Fundamentally, Pharmanex in 1995 was co-founded, and I was one of the co-founders, together with another buddy of mine by the name of Michael Chang. He was trained, and he still thinks he is, a medicinal chemist. And Michael worked in a company whom all of you should be familiar with, and that company was Merck. And he was really responsible for their drug discovery programs. And on the other side of the fence, I was responsible for drug discovery at another drug company called Wyeth. And I sort of participated and worked in that company close to about 11 years. And over that period of time, I actually sort of contributed to the development of rapamycin, which is now the anti-rejection drug, and also to another non-steroidal by the name of Etodolag, and then finally another photodynamic therapy drug that's called sort of BOPP, which is specifically a selective brain tumor destroying type of molecule, which when you give it intravenously, it goes into tumor cells and not to the normal regular brain cells. And when you activate the light at a particular wavelength, it actually generates free radicals to destroy that tumor cell. So it's fascinating. But fundamentally, we got together with Michael and I, and we decided to really focus on natural products and natural ingredients to start this company that we call Pharmanex. And one of the first scientific advisors that we consulted with is this Professor Carl Gerasi. And he was a Stanford chemist professor. He started, in fact, he was a co-founder of Syntax when we told him about our idea of starting a company based on the premise of converting and translating natural ingredients into dietary supplements. He sort of thought, well, it's a good thing. Use what you have learned in the pharmaceutical industry, i.e. good manufacturing practices, double-blind clinical studies and so on, all the things that you should do to make sure that you can substantiate that your product is safe and effective. And at that point in time, back in '95, the supplement world was fraught with this risk and essentially, infused with snake oil and all sorts of supplements that don't meet the required standards of safety and efficacy. Because it's all a matter of ground up leaves being encapsulated, putting into a bottle, and then slapping on a nice looking label and call that a dietary supplement. Why don't we do it a better way and essentially focus Pharmanex on making pharmaceutical grade science-based supplements? And Michael and myself, we sort of know that we can sort of make drugs or develop drugs to treat diseases, but we both came to the conclusion that perhaps the most important thing is, instead of trying to treat a disease, why don't we sort of think about whether we can keep the body healthy, and by keeping the body healthy, the body itself can actually help to prevent diseases more than anything else. So that was back in 1995, and the more we thought about it, the more we were sort of rather intrigued with this approach. And both Mike and I obviously are very much into natural products. We are very sort of knowledgeable about traditional Chinese herbs and so on, because that were sometimes a source of discovering new drugs. So we knew a lot of that, and we say, well, see whether we can sort of start a new company focusing on this particular approach. So that's really how we started Pharmanex in '95. We went out with this story that I just mentioned to you, using natural products, Chinese herbs, other natural products that are not from Asia, and use that as a basis to develop, now instead of drugs, is to use them to develop nutritional supplements. So beginning almost at the end of '96, we developed 5 products, and to this day, Nu Skin still has those products, and that would be Colastin, BioGinkgo, T-Green, Cordymax, Reishi-Max. Since we all came from the pharmaceutical industry, we really want to make sure that our products are science-based and is based on scientific studies, and whatever claims that we make with the products, we can actually back it up with scientific evidence, and the only way to do that in science is to conduct the studies, and we do that. And in fact, it was the most important thing in Pharmanex because no other company at that time, back in '96, was actually doing that kind of scientific studies with nutritional supplements. We invest primarily in scientific research and clinical studies before we launch our product. You know, Nu Skin is not a company created to compete with all the distributors. All right, that's a very different business model from your conventional companies, right? Because for all intents and purposes, you keep on hearing it, it's an opportunity, and the products obviously are part and parcel of that opportunity. In order to really make it a viable opportunity for everybody in Nu Skin, you can't have a competitive channel because you will be competing. We started to market Pharmanex products in this channel, and much to my surprise, in the month of January, the Pharmanex sales, just Pharmanex, no Nu Skin products, okay? Put that aside. Just Pharmanex products, that month sales exceeded our prior 12 months total combined. Company actually achieved its objective, right? To grow. And we are now an anti-aging company. We take care of skin beauty from the outside, take care of your body inside, beauty from the inside. It's a great combination. 75 scientists, like I mentioned to you. And I don't think you can find that kind of scientific expertise team in any other company in the direct selling business, because we have pharmacologists like myself, we have nutritionists, you have biochemists, you have molecular biologists, and so on and so forth, skin biologists. So we come together to develop the products that you have in your hand.